longer the night went and the more she drank, the more vulgar she became at disclosing Harry's private or intimate little habits. It reflects on you as the mother, because fine, they're kids, they're running around. Fine, I get that. But you're putting them on social media. Comb the hair, change the diaper, change the clothes. We have been focused so much on Prince Harry's vices, addictions, moods, whether he's coming back or going, that we have neglected Meghan Markle. Vices, addictions, and the rest. Because it is shocking what I've just learned. And I have to say this is all allegedly, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be proven to be right. But for now, I have to say allegedly. But oh my God, oh my God. And if this is true, her kids are at risk. And having Doria and Marcus Anderson around, it's not a good save for the kids. I can tell you that. And this woman is a danger to herself and to others, literally, almost like Britney right now when she's driving erratically around Vegas or whatever it is that she is. But what I just found out is shocking. And the king getting heckled, oh my God. And Meghan shouldn't be around promoting any booze or any form of alcohol or anything that can make you feel good, because this woman is feeling too good, if you know what I mean.
How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein? Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew? Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew? What do you think? Should the MPs be allowed to debate the lawyers in the House of Commons?
Thank you for joining. If this is Paula M, if you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And also, if you are a recurring viewer and subscriber, thank you and welcome. And don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And do leave your comments because I read them. I want to thank you for buying raffle tickets. The raffle ends on October 30th. I was hoping to sell more tickets. I had hoped to sell 1,000, but so far I got less than 300. So for the price of a cup of coffee, you'll be helping the shelter and the girls, and you might get a chance to win 2 purses that are handmade. One is alligator and the other one is leather. So please head on to the link in the video description and on the pinned comment to buy a raffle ticket. Thank you very much, guys. I don't take it for granted. You know, I wish I had access to millions in the USA like Meghan Markle and Harry do to steal from them. But unfortunately, not happening. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit of a gossip that I heard from people at the place where they went for the Halloween. Apparently, it took them almost 4 hours to film that little clip because Meghan Markle couldn't even get Harry to agree, and they were arguing the entire time that it was a nightmare to get them to pose, at least holding hands. But at one point, Harry was just simply walking away, and it took a while to get him back. And they did like many takes before they got the ones that Meghan Markle kind of liked. But isn't that terrible, guys? That Halloween thing that could have been for the kids, something wonderful. Why didn't she record the kids carving the, like the pumpkin, getting all this stuff out of the pumpkin? No, it has to be the adults because the kids can play. But can you imagine putting those kids through hell to get a 2-minute video for her and Harry? Hours, because they were there for hours filming. Isn't that, this woman is insane. This woman is sick. We're going to start a little bit, guys, with what happened to King Charles, with being heckled, because that was brutal. This is why you have to keep your house in order. And the thing is that now when King Charles does the walkabouts, they try to vet people as much as they can. So it's not like, oh, we're going to pitch, anybody can pitch up and greet Charles. That's not working that way nowadays. But somebody managed to sneak in and shout at him because people are asking questions, whether you agree with it or not. People have a right to know. So what happened? He was rushed out. Yes, people did defend Charles because, of course, he shouldn't be blamed for what Andrew does, but he can be blamed for how he's handling the situation. Because the Queen has been dead for 3 years. He should have done something in the meantime to sort this out, and he hasn't done it. Fergie has come out and said, we were not asking for 2 houses. King Charles offered it to us. So it's not that Prince Andrew demanded to have two houses because he prefers to stay at Royal Lodge. But it's that King Charles said, hey, I'm going to kick you out, but I'm going to put you in a house together. But Andrew, who's used to living in a 30-room mansion, it doesn't want to downgrade to a 6-room mansion like it's Frogmore Cottage. Apparently, it was King Charles that came up with that, which is, if you ask me, a very, very bad move at all. I don't understand because he managed to kick Angela, who was the queen's dresser, the beloved queen's dresser, loyal. The queen had left her a house, what they call a grace and favor house or something like that, to live in until she died. And Charles kicked her out. He ignored the queen's wishes and kicked Angela Kelly, that was her dresser, and kicked her out ruthlessly. You telling me he can't do that with Andrew and Fergie, especially after what they've done? No, something is not right there. I did my video yesterday about the wig that Lily was wearing in that shocking video that Meghan put there. That, depending on which Lily we're talking about, because we know that this is the forever changing Lily. She can be like the size of a 10-year-old to the size of a 2-year-old. But the Lily that she portrayed in the little clip that she posted looks like it's like a 5-6-year-old Lily, but always wearing the same pair of pajamas. And what is worse is that we saw the wig. It always looks disheveled. Even a wig, she can't brush it to make it look nice. I don't know if she's ashamed of her kids, of the way they look, because, they have to be perfect. But even then, she goes out for this casual outing wearing $1,600 worth of clothes. Well, Lily was wearing a $24, not even with taxes, pajamas. And what is worse is she was wearing a diaper, which was soiled. And I believe that because I'm a mom, I know what a soiled diaper looks like. First of all, if Lily's supposed to be 4.5, because she should be going on 4.5 right now. If she was born in June 1st, she's almost 4.5 years old. She should be already toilet trained. But no, the kids are always disheveled. Archie seems to only have one pair of shoes, which is wearing the black shoes with the white soles. That kid never wears anything else. Harry's not even talking to his kids. Meghan's barely talking to these kids. Apparently, the only ones talking to the kid is Marcus, her pimp, in my very humble opinion. I started wondering why. Why would I know that Meghan Markle is a narcissist? But still, if you want to present your children, how you present your children to the world is a reflection of you. If they look messy, they look terrible, it reflects on you as the mother. Because fine, they're kids, they're running around. Fine, I get that. But you're putting them on social media. Comb the hair, change the diaper, change the clothes. No. And it started bothering me. So I reached out to some people because I've been listening and hearing to some rumbles online. And Lord and behold, we see Meghan Markle promoting her wine, her sparkling wine, or whatever it is that she wants to promote it. She seems to have a lot of it left over because nobody's buying it. She's giving it away at parties. And we're going to talk specifically about the Emma gridded party because there was drama there that nobody's talking about, and we're going to talk about it here. Sources at the party claim that Meghan Markle started to get louder and louder and louder and started saying really nasty things about Harry, which made people feel uncomfortable because apparently she started to spread the seed of divorce among her group of girlfriends, that not everything is rosy in the Sussex marriage. And they did not feel comfortable with the level of detail, intimate details that Meghan Markle got into. And the longer the night went and the more she drank, the more vulgar she became at disclosing Harry's private or intimate little habits. Why is she doing that? Is that the alcohol? Is it really because she's an alcoholic, according to these people? At this point, she doesn't have a problem with an alcohol. Apparently, she's a full-blown alcoholic. But to do that? Or do you think she's hiding behind the alcohol and say, oh, it was the alcohol that made me talk like that? But everybody at the party was feeling uncomfortable. And when she started to be more vulgar about it, they just stay further away, which would make sense of why we see those pictures like that. But what a terrible thing. What a terrible, terrible place for those kids to be in with those two parents. They're not parents, they're mother and father biologically, but clearly they don't know how to parent, because it seems that Meghan Markle loves to drink all day long. There is no time where it says, okay, let's start after 11, after 12. No, it seems that she's drinking all the time, which is a big problem. And this is why she doesn't do the school runs that she calls it or anything like that. She's not even driving anymore. And her close associates or her employees are concerned because they have tried to take her to rehab 2 or 3 times and she has refused because she's in complete denial. She thinks that drinking all day is part of being a wealthy mom. There's drinking and there's drinking. But the fact that she has been told to go to rehab, and from what I understand, and I have to say allegedly for legal reasons, one of the associates in one of the big fights that she had with Doria was that Doria was fed up with Meghan Markle's drinking. And that Doria told her, you have to get help. But she's refusing to get any help. So what does that leave with the kids? Because basically those 2 children are isolated and at the mercy of 2 absolutely addicted, drunk, narcissistic individuals. It does not bode well for those 2 kids. Who are they going to turn to? Even in Netflix, she's drinking all the time. What do you make of this? Do you think that somebody should really do a welfare check on those children? Do you think that, like my sources say, she has a serious drinking and substance problem that she doesn't want to admit to because nobody tells her what to do? Who should step in? And what's going to happen? Why is Harry allowing this to happen? Is he also too far gone? Does he even care about those kids? But it's shocking, isn't it? Rehab? From what I was told at that party, she's not staying at Montecito. She's staying mostly in Los Angeles in a condo that she has there. But there were problems. Apparently she was not happy that Emma Grede was taking all the spotlight away from her. And as the evening progressed, she started to get more and more drunk and more outspoken. And the night did not end well for Meghan Markle and Emma Grede. And are we surprised? Once again, thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing, and also for buying a raffle ticket. I'm really trying to push right now, guys, because it closes on the 30th of October. Thank you very much.